Okay, guys, what do you do when you have a husband who is totally insecure? So I'm just like, what a piece of crap lately. Leandro, Kevin Leandro, what an asshole. I hate to swear, and I usually don't, okay? God made communication to build one another up and edify one another. But I just got an email from Kevin Leandro deciding that he had to send an email to insult me. So I called the court today and I'm like, where are things at? And they're like, well, the judge has everything in his hands right now. And, Leandro sent an objection. Not an objection. He sent a financial affidavit for your husband with a proposal of what he, proposes. So she is sending me out a copy. The court is sending me a copy because it's so funny that Kevin Leandro's paperwork didn't come in time for me to object to anything. So he says he can't control the mail. So anyways, talking to him, I'm like, if there will be anything I don't agree with, I will appeal this. So he's like, nah, 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 like he does. And he's like, you were greedy, and they didn't even propose any kind of alimony or anything. And they're like, you were greedy. It wasn't that I was a greedy, it was that I was showing, look, you cannot pay me for everything I did for you in life. Um, so I'm like, Ben is really not looking happy. He looked better with me than he does now. Saw a picture on his Facebook, public picture of Kevin Leandro's on his Facebook of my husband, and he looks 2 times as big as he did as he was with me. And I understand he probably is going through change of life and everything, and go through a midlife crisis. But I'm like, he looks awful. I mean, he looks like he could have a heart attack any minute. So Leandro's like, oh, he's actually losing weight and he's going to have to buy smaller clothes because he's eating healthy now. His leather coat that we used to go bike riding in is way up to his stomach. I mean, he can't even fit it. And I'm like, really? Really? Because that picture doesn't show it. And he's like, oh, and everyone has been telling me how happy Ben is now. It's like, what the heck? Seriously? When someone's happy, you don't have to go around telling people, like, oh, he's happy. It doesn't matter. Am I supposed to care? Am I supposed to care whether he's happy now after he just totally left his family and left us in the dirt? I mean, if he's not happy, he chose not to be happy before, and now he's choosing to be happy. Happiness is a choice. So wonderful. He has chosen to be happy, finally. But that's on me? That's not on me. It's his choice. Then I hear, oh, if you're going to come to the courthouse, it's on Academy Road in New Hampshire. Don't bring any weapons. And, take the stair. Don't take the stairs because you're not fit to take the stairs. Take the elevator. It's like, ha ha. I said, you ding dong. I have stairs right here where I live. I walk every single day. And so I'm like, so what's his excuse? Okay. So when people, I'm sorry, there is Christian speech, but then there are times you need to put people in their place. Um, when you have a close, intimate relationship, there should be intimacy in your marriage. You should be able to call each other love, honey, dear, sweetie, and have names for each other. You should be able to be gentle and kind with one another. But you've got this guy just wanting to edge me on, and it's like, look, you already, went through with the divorce. What else do you want? What else do you want? You've gone through with the divorce. I tried twice to put things down. I put down the alimony to try to get along. I just put down, the divorce part and said, okay, if you want to have a divorce, best wishes. And they're like, yeah, hope you're happy in life and successful. I'm like, okay. So that doesn't mean, though, that I have to go without alimony or I have to take whatever their proposal is. I said I will appeal it if I don't agree with it. So instead of just getting what he wants, which was he wanted a divorce and to move forward in his life, he says, he's still not happy. He's still coming at me. He wrote handwritten letters. This is a guy who's like, I'm going to have a restraining order. If you send me any more emails, I'm getting a restraining order. Don't contact me at all. Well, I get handwritten letters from him, and this is a guy who doesn't want contact, and he's communicating with me that he now has freedom across the envelope with a bunch of freedom stamps. It's like, what the heck? If you are happy and you have freedom that you wanted, why are you bugging me? Right? This is a very accurate picture of an insecure man, of a man who is so insecure that even after he's getting what he wants, which is a divorce, he still has to let me know that he's happy without me. This is not a man who's really happy. A real man, and let's talk about what a real man is. He is happy because he chooses to be happy. It's not based on circumstances. It's your choice. So we make choices and we decide if we're happy or not. And I'm like, Ben doesn't look happy at all. He looked happier with me. And he was happy with me. And, other than his negative moods and being a bear sometimes, he was happy before his family got involved. And I said he got what he wanted and he was greedy. He's the one who was greedy and he chose to leave his whole family. And I said I can see it in his eyes barely. I mean, there's a picture where he's gained tons of weight, and in his eyes, I mean, they're really small. You can barely see them, but I can see the hardening of his face. And he's not happy. He's living for the world. And I said, you know what? Wonderful. Maybe his mommy can help him find a wife, and his sister too, with his gazing eyes. So maybe he'll be happy with another woman. Good luck. Good luck to her and good luck to him, because most likely he will not find one as good as me. And I hate to say that, but I was extremely good to him. Extremely. Served my husband, bent over backwards for him, right and left. I served my husband. Anytime he wanted to talk, I put things down and said, what do you want to talk about? Listened to him, gave my opinion, gave my thoughts what I thought, listened to his opinions and thoughts, tried to make him happy. This is the second time this has happened to me with some people. There was another time I had a work situation and all I did was try to make these people happy, and they weren't. And they were, we worked it out, but they weren't nice to me, and I just let them have it and said, now you have something to complain about, basically. So when people are shitty to you, and I hate to say that, I don't like to swear, but when they are, you need to push back. And I just had somebody I'm trying to cool down from this too. They were like, oh, yeah, well, you know what? I'm not even going to go into it. I'm going to talk about it another time because it has to do with abortion. But I put this person in their place. I sent them an email of what they said to me in person on the phone and put it in an email of how unkind they had been to me. And because it was in writing, now it's a whole different story. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it for you in your situation. But I'm going to talk about that another time. So my husband's just like, oh, yeah, I'm divorcing you because of your YouTube channel and I speak my mind. And he doesn't like drama. Well, he's with Kevin Leandro, who has more drama than anyone I've seen in my life. The guy goes around writing articles, suing people, and then his family is more dramatic than anybody I have ever met, and the rudest people in the world. So he has surrounded himself with people who are very dramatic. Drama isn't, there's, your kids to deal with. We've got, this son going in the army. We have this son who needs some help. We have this son who is upset about this. We have this son who's like this. We have some stuff at church that's going on over here. This is just basically life, right? It's not drama. It's life, work situations, life 101. It's not drama. It's we're going to get through this stuff, and you have to communicate and you have to talk and you have to deal with stuff. That's not drama. It's not drama to say, well, your mom was pretty rude to me, so I don't think I want to go over anymore. That's not drama. That's standing up for yourself. So when a man can't handle life, I mean, it just falls on him. A man needs to be able to not only possess himself and be able to be like, this is what I think and this is how I believe, but to be able to be, possess his family. And he has a duty to protect his family, to provide, to lead, to love. I mean, these are responsibilities. And if a husband does not want to do those duties, just say it. Just be honest. Don't be lying and blaming your wife for your own faults. I used to call him, when he would whine and complain and lash out at me, Adam. Okay, Adam, blame your wife Eve. Go ahead. So, when someone's insulting you, give it right back, So Leandro sends an email just to tell me that where the courthouse is, I said. I think I know where the courthouse is after a year and a half of sending mail, almost a year and a half, to 26 Academy Road, no suite number. I think I understand where that is. So his real intent with the email was just to insult me, basically. And when I insult him, he doesn't like it. I call him Patchy because he wears a patch on his eye. And when I called him that because he was insulting me, he was like, oh, that's mean, You're making fun of people who are handicapped or whatever. And it's, no, I'm making fun of your character, not your handicap. So this guy needed my husband's help to send handwritten letters when this guy with a patch is doing a 100-mile bike ride, but he needs my husband's help to write a letter to me. Yeah, right. Okay. Tell me more lies, Kevin, your sweet little lies. Every single thing has been a lie in this court case. Sweet little lies. He even said I attempted to have an affair with Mr. Gabe Bolt. Sweet little lies. My husband has tried to blame every single person, every single thing he can think of to get out of a divorce. Do I blame the Bolts? No. We're friends. I do not blame them. This is on my husband completely. And despite what my husband has thought, it's his issue, and he has thought the worst of me instead of the best. So goodbye and good riddance. You try to work things out a little bit, but then you say happy trails, have a good life, hope another woman can put up with your crap, and good luck.